Yeah, fine. And good evening, and an evening one for the latest round of the Zoom interviews. I have with me ex-Halifax hooker Sean Penkywicz. Good evening, Sean.
Good evening, you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks.
Good.
Sean's played at in fact, I'll give Sean stats before we start. He actually played 222 times for the first team, scoring 96 tries, one drop goal, I'll come back to that, for 385 points. Does a drop goal stick out, Sean?
I remember it. It was feather away, and I think it was 6 or 8 points up. So it weren't that far out. So it weren't the best.
It weren't a 40-metre.
No, and it was a very ugly one as well. So
hey, a point's a point, mate.
It still counts.
It still counts. Can I take you right back to your early days? Where did you first get involved with Rugby League? Was it school, amateur club, watching?
Oh, well, obviously,
did your dad play a bit?
Yeah, my dad's always played, so I used to always go down to when he was playing there. So just fell in love with the game then. So from about 6 years, I used to always be down the club. And yeah, I've just always enjoyed it. So obviously, just going back.
Yeah, because didn't he play at Lee?
He played a bit of everywhere at Lee East mostly. That's where he got some honours there for his lad being for amateur. So yeah, they were good old days.
Yeah. And so did you go down and start with a community club's junior setup then?
Yeah, obviously. I think I did half a year and spent most of my time at Lee East.
Yeah. And was Halifax your first club? I noticed, did you play for the academy at one time as well?
Yeah, I started off at Warrington Academy. Things obviously didn't work out there. And then I think Derek Standish was the scout from around this end for Halifax because he was good mates with John Pendlebury. So when I come available, he was on phone within a couple of weeks. And I reckon from leaving Warrington, I think it was a week, 2 weeks most, I was up at Halifax.
Yeah. Because we've done a little bit of research. Andrew Hardcastle, who's the club historian, reliably informs you actually made your first team debut in the very last game of the 2000 season against Huddersfield, was it?
Game against Huddersfield. I think you were Greg Florymore's last one as well.
Yes.
But I got a bit of an heads up on that. Paul Rowley, who I used to travel over with, he said he couldn't play that week. I think he had an injury, so he told me to get ready. I think I'd be in. And luckily, I made a debut then.
Yes, I remember that game. Is that the one where Greg left his boots on the centre circle?
Yeah, boots in the middle, on centre spot into which it was a great bloke and it was fitting for him.
Yeah. And so you've made your debut then. So did you break into the first team more regularly the season after then?
Yeah, I think I started doing all right then. I think I got 20 odd games and we started well, but obviously we didn't really finish well. I think that's when we finished on -2 points.
Yes.
So it was one of them. We started well. I think we beat London away first game, and then
that's right. Yeah.
We took a few teams close, like the Leeds and stuff, but we just couldn't get that win. And the longer it went on, I think just the confidence had gone.
Yes. And obviously Halifax get regulated and fair play. You're looking for Super League football because you're at that level now. And I believe did you go to Huddersfield then?
Yeah, it was Huddersfield. It was either there or I could have gone to Cass. I met Castleford, which Gary Mercer were there.
Oh yes.
Me and Stu Donlan went and had a word with there, but I thought Castleford had a back me over, so I thought Huddersfield were the best option at that time.
And so, how many games did you play over there?
I think it was about 2 seasons worth.
Yeah.
So it was good. I enjoyed it, but like I said, it's one of them things.
Yeah, because obviously you're back at the Shea when we were in the Championship. What brought you back particularly?
Well, I was training at Lee and they didn't really come up with a deal. So Martin Allen rang me And if anyone knows Martin, as soon as you speak to him, you near enough sign straight away. So
yeah,
really. After one time I spoke to him, but like I say, I knew people there before, which I've always had a great rapport with everyone at Halifax, even from like Hilda and all the way up to Cobnev, and then everyone who works at there, Sarah. So I just thought it was a place to go.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Let's come back to that.
I think I spent 8 to 9 years there then.
Just saying that, Sean, what you said about Martin Hall, I only met him really once, because at that time I was involved with the community trust and he wanted to sign people like Frank and very others. And he's right. I think I nearly played once. He convinced me.
Yeah.
Very
convincing. Rochdale all day.
Back to you, Weird.
Yeah, that's fine. And as you said, were there any players who were there when you came back the second time that had been there in your first stint as well, or was it a completely new squad?
I think you were near enough new, I think, because obviously, like, I've been in the academy with like your Lee Finns and stuff like Ricky Sharif. I know they've been there a few times, Grixer, but I think they'd all left by the time I come back. But I knew a couple of people from obviously playing against them, so it was good. Yeah.
And was it whilst you were at Huddersfield that you got your Welsh caps?
No, it's when I come Halifax.
When you came back to Halifax,
another one of Martin Hall's negotiations.
Yeah.
So I mean, how do you get involved? Presumably then Martin actually approached you to go and play for Wales?
Yeah, well, I was at Halifax and I just played it. I think it was second year I was there, and like I mentioned, he was the coach, and I mentioned that my nan was Welsh, and then next minute I was drafted in for, I think it was Scotland, for this, it was like a second leg. But it won by so many points, we'd have been going to Australia, but luckily we didn't win with enough, so that was a shame, but just one of them. Yeah.
Because I noticed you played 4 times, but you actually scored for Wales as well.
Yeah. I think I scored one in a friendly and one in a proper game, so
yeah.
It was, like I say, it's always good crack when you get in with rugby lads and you have like a team camp away, so it was good.
And because, as I say, those statistics, just 4 tries short of 100 in just over 200 games, that's a good strike rate for a hooker, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet there's probably not many what's over 10 yards, but yeah, it's one of them. I think I remember going through my 100 tries, obviously, for when I was there, because obviously I got a few at Huddersfield and stuff, so... Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've just gone through 150, so that was a good achievement.
Yeah, excellent achievement.
I just need about 10 games now, I think, for 400, but obviously this isn't helping.
No. So, characters in the dressing room then, in your second spell, who were the players that stand out for you as being characters?
Listen, I think everyone knows them. I think Shad Royston was up there, Ben Black. Black, you had your quirky ones. Frank was very funny. I remember going to a game once and I seen him waiting in McDonald's drive-through. Said he was only getting a burger, which I don't believe him.
Yeah.
I'm sure Malcolm believe that.
Pre-match health check, eh?
I don't think it mattered what he ate, did he? I don't think.
No.
But like I said, I don't think you get too big of characters than Callan and Ollie as well, which they were big on team morale, which I reckon's big in that league, and I reckon that's what they do so well.
I was just about to say that to you both. My recollections of several other players, haven't they, Ian, have said to us about what draws them to a club, a team, or whatever. And the coaches do, don't they? They know, them.
Yeah.
You know what they're about. You know what?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, and then after a couple of years, it only takes people talking to other people. Oh yeah, you all come Halifax, it's brilliant, and all this. You have a good crack, and it's what sells the club, really.
Yeah.
Probably starts with the coaching, but obviously you need a good bunch of blokes, and I think ever since I was there, there weren't 1 year, I don't think, where no one really got along.
Yeah, as Malcolm was saying, it's the thing that most people are talking about from different eras as well, not just necessarily from your era.
Yeah.
That it's as much the crack with the players and the coaching staff and the whole being at the club that,
Yeah. Like I say,
you play and work hard on the pitch, but off it, you make sure that you socialise well as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, you want to have had so many. We had quite a few travellers, and if no one weren't enjoying it, you want to have them people travelling over. They just put the towel in. But like I said, we used to have full buses every time coming over to Halifax. That was part of the journey and crack as well, really.
Yeah. And we talked about the characters in the team. Who were the players that stood out in your mind that that you thought something about these guys?
Black is one of them, isn't he? Really, like a little magician, Blackie. Apart from when he dropped that ball against Widnes, which will not.
Yeah, we might gloss over that.
But then you get the workhorses who I used to love playing with. Dave Larder. He used to always let me defend outside him. So he'll go in the top. But then obviously you got Chad Royce with his try scoring, unbelievable. Rob Warrants there, he was brilliant for us. I think everyone in them first 5 or 6 years, I think everyone just did the job, and that's what made us a successful team.
Yeah, they say that, don't they? Every team has those silent assassins, as it were, and I've mentioned that. And often, it's usually the people who do what they call the dirty work, and then those who are outside of them get the benefits, don't they?
Like I said, I had a few of them. Yeah, obviously, David Wrench come in as well. He was no nonsense. He just got on with his job, quiet as out.
Yeah.
But I think every team needs them, and I think we had a good few of them there.
Yeah, I mean, Dave Larder and Dave Wrench, they were the kind of players that didn't necessarily stand out as being superstars, but it's like a comment I made about Carl Harrison the other week. But when they're not there, all of a sudden there's a blooming great hole in there.
Yeah, they're definitely, like I say, especially because they're going to the older end as well, which a lot of I'm saying. But they did miss a few games, and obviously when they're both off together, you do have that little void, like I say.
Yeah.
You feel the style of rugby? I mean, I heard somebody quote that our style of rugby, when Matt got involved a little deeper, just became great to watch.
Yeah, I think, like I say, it's probably the best free-flowing rugby I've played in. I think the common theme, though, if you score 30, we'll score 40 with that kind of mentality. But we never knew when we was beat. I think there was a few times where no one had expected us to win, like saying with 20 points there with 20 minutes left, and I don't know how we just used to always find that little thing and come away with a win.
I mean, I think one of the things that we're going to go on to mention, but I'll bring it up now, that's a classic example of that, happened over at Warrington in that grand final. We were there that day, and we were actually stood in the stand that Halifax were attacking in the first half, where we got thrown out because of the fire in the toilet.
You didn't start it, did you?
Me, no. I think the Featherstone fans thought we'd started it because at that stage we just weren't in it, were we?
No, I think.
But your bit about don't write us off. That second half, that last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Proves your point exactly.
I think we probably. I know we played in the final before against Barry, but Featherstone were a really good side that year, and I think they were probably favourites to win it. But like I say, I think Black had a little magician night on again. He made it for us. Rob Royce with that try. And Steve Bannister, I think if I can remember well, I think he had a really good game that day as well.
Yes.
And those 3 tries that were scored in that last period, the pressure on the lad taking the goal kicks as well.
Yeah.
Because if you don't go up in sixes, you don't do it, do you?
No, like I said, I think one of them was 10, 15 metres to left the post, wasn't it? But it's one of them. It's just like we had a couple of chances to drop goals as well. I think Ollie, I gave him a bad pass for one, which he won't be happy about. He'd have liked knocking a final drop goal.
Yeah.
Wasn't to be.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I just thought really, today's play, new rules, etc. And I just scribbled down about 5 minutes ago, and that there's potentially new rules coming in Australia time now about another 6 tackles if the referee thinks there's been a play, an infringement at the play of the ball. So effectively, you could have a 12 tackle set.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, wow, that probably would have suited your style of play of making it faster. What do you thought?
Obviously, because forwards will be getting tired as well. But I reckon it's a good rule because you're not stopping it, giving a penalty, going to touch. I reckon it's a good rule to bring in that one.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, over to you.
No, that's fine. I was just finishing off on that cup final. As you say, when Ben comes up with a piece of magic right at the death, how did that feel like as a team? Because
just ecstatic. I think it's what you play rugby league for him to win them finals. I think I can still remember. I think he went under the post and I went going around swinging around his head. I think, but it's what you dream of playing rugby league, to play finals, and obviously not many get to win them, which is another thing. And luckily, we won a couple of Halifax.
Yeah, because as I said, it was that bit about not giving in, that even though you were sort of 18 points down with not much more than 18 minutes left, it must give you big pride, must that as well, to say that we shouldn't have done this, but we did.
Like I say, Featherstone were probably in for onside as well, which to do it against them makes it even more special, I think.
Yeah.
I think we've done it all the way through the year that year. I think somehow we just kept finding the will to win. And luckily, only just, but we got there in the end.
Yes. A few tickets going. I don't think my blood pressure doctor was very happy, but hey.
Man worked at all thing. I know Martin Hall's worked. He can stand.
Yeah. And of course, there were two finals that you won at Blackpool 2 years later.
Yeah.
Once again, I believe Featherstone the team.
Yeah, Featherstone again, which that was under Carl Harrison, though, that one. So we went as probably more structured, but obviously I thought, like say again, though, Fed were probably, I think they were going through that stage where they were the top team, and obviously I don't think no one gives a chance against them again. But I thought we just outgunned them there.
Yeah.
And just showed what it's all about.
There's a question as well then. I hadn't realised, yes, Carl Harrison, one coach. Clearly, I'm sure he had his own style. And Matt Calland, Martin. 2 different styles totally, Matt and Carl Harrison?
Yeah, definitely. I think Rano, it's one of them. He got the results. He's won a few of them, hasn't he? Which good testament to his coaching. But I'd say a bit more structured, probably. More defence. Probably not the risk or the flair, as you call it. But like I say, we still managed to win matches. So
yeah,
every coach is different.
Yeah.
So,
But to you, sorry, Malcolm, go on.
No, sorry. No, I was just going to say safety first, but this way, and Matt, we're going to do it that way. So I get that. Yeah, sorry, Ian, over to you.
No, I was just going to say, but were you? I suspect you might have been happier under Matt Calland's style. No disrespect to Carl Harrison.
No, yeah, you might be further, but like I said, as long as I'm playing in the league, I'm happy.
If you're playing and winning finals, you don't really care.
Yeah, especially last one, I was captain as well in that one, so I got left the trophy.
Did you get man of the match as well?
I think so, yeah.
Good day all round then.
I think my dad picked it. But, yeah, like I said, I enjoyed time on the map. I'm good mates with Matt and Martin.
Yeah.
And this is like Rochdale with them now, but like I said, we had no claim with Carl.
And so eventually, once again, how long were you say you were at Halifax? Were you there for 8 or 9 years then?
I'd say 8 to 9 years, yeah.
Yeah. And I can't remember 100% exactly where you went afterwards, but I do want to highlight the fact that weren't you part of the Toronto in their first ever season? Was that one of your next stops?
Yeah, no, I went League then for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Which I just thought it was the right time. Paul Rowley was head coach. I was at Halifax for him a couple of years travelling over. And I just thought it was the right time to not come home, but just play for my hometown team, which really enjoyed it. It was good. Won another final there. And then obviously Toronto come in the league, so the destination was Toronto.
Did it feel strange when you went back, as you say, back home to Leigh, but then coming back to the Shea and going in a different dressing room?
Yeah, it was always a weird one. I still don't get it now, but because obviously if you're doing 8-9 years there, plus 2 or 3 years before,
yeah,
it is strange. You still go there. Ned was still giving me chewing gums.
I was going to say there'd be Ned and Phil and Hilda still there.
And I bet Hilda give you some stick or what, did she?
Oh yeah, she definitely gave me some stick. Give me some stick and then give me one of my old shirts on.
Yeah. I'd forgot about the Toronto thing. I'd forgot about that.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I'd recommend anyone if they can. A lot of people think, not calling it, but saying they shouldn't be in. But if you ask anyone who's been over there playing or experienced it, I think they do change their mind.
So how did that? Did that come about? Was the Paul Rowley connection at Toronto?
Definitely. Because obviously there was a few from League on, so I knew quite a lot of them. So just something to experience as well, I think.
And you're sorry, Ian.
No, carry on.
So your perception now that's going to work out. I mean, it was always going to be what I call, I'll say easy, but you know what I mean. That team was expected to do what it did in that first year.
Yes, yeah.
Obvious. A little bit more difficult the second year, but got through. But a real challenge now. Yeah,
definitely. Like I say, I don't think the squad's big enough really, but it's one of them. It's one of them. If the rugby's going to start again this year,
yeah.
But then if they do, I can't see them. I can't see them playing in Toronto, so I can't see them being relegated. Really, I think it'll all just. But you never know.
Yeah, there'll be. Well, I think this week a lot more news will come out, and we'll see a little bit more of what's going to happen. But
yeah, personally, I was hoping for August, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm an expansionist. I like this sort of thing, but nobody knows what the game's going to do, do they? So we'll see.
No.
Ian.
Yes, just the Toronto bit. I've been to Toronto, but I haven't actually been and watched the game there. But everybody tells me it's as much. Sometimes the people in the crowd aren't watching the game as much as just having a big overall experience.
Yes, it is. It's more just a party. A lot use it just they said when we was over there, a lot just use it as an excuse to go out early, sort of thing. Not to get blind drunk, but it normally helps. But yeah, like they say, you have a big beer garden at back at post, big parades going through town as they're going to the match.
Yeah.
But the other not weird thing is it's like when you kick off, there's no one there, and then by our time it's like 5,000-6,000. We say it happens everywhere over there. The basketball and everything is said they're not there for the start, they're there for the finish.
No, I have two friends, long-term friends that live out that neck of the woods, and one of them, I don't know which part of Toronto, but they don't know it's happening. Where the other one they do, and as you say, they take sports so differently, don't they?
Yeah, I think that's what they live breathing over there into sport. Like I said, they want a winning team as well, which that first couple of years they had it, didn't they?
Yeah.
And is the weather the big thing that a lot of people make out? Because obviously, when you kick off at our normal start here, well, you're talking feet of snow in Toronto, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like I said, I think that's why they have the first ones that are away games, don't they, on the road.
Yeah.
But then I think it's from about May, June, you start going over, and it's just like a nice hot summer's day, really.
Yeah,
Just seems a bit hotter because you're playing on the plastic pitch.
Ah, yes, of course. How did you find that, really, on synthetic stuff?
Yeah, I don't mind it, mate. I really don't like. A lot of people don't like it because they can cause injuries and stuff. But I'm easy. I'll play anyway. Play anyway. We can have a drink after it.
Yeah.
And of course, it's got multiple markings on it as well. Does that ever create issues?
Yeah, I think I was only there the first year, and obviously we were putting some good scores on teams, but a lot of them would just start mourning, which saying the markings and that we're off-putting. But I think a lot just use it as an excuse, really.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, they should be there. I'm sure they can green them out, but I'm sure someone else. They might do for Super League, you don't know.
I'm not sure it was your era or whatever. I just remember at the Shea, one guy playing against Halifax ran over the dead ball line because we had a similar situation.
Yeah.
Football market.
I went Cardozo, went it. Dale Cardozo.
There you go. Yes. Yeah. That's good banter.
It's because it was on Question of Sport, wasn't it?
Was it really? Oh, right. Didn't know.
What happened next?
Yeah.
Yes. And so, as you say, you go on to Toronto. What's your involvement now with what you're doing? How are you coping with lockdown, I suppose, is a question.
It's all right. Well, it's not wrong. It's one of them. It's not the best place, but we've not stopped working. I work at my dad's shooting after place. So we've not stopped all through. So we've been going in because we do quite a bit of stuff, what's needed. But yeah, it's just feels the same, but it's not the same because you can't do things what you'd normally be doing. You know, queuing and. Well, like I say, I know it's a lot harder for a lot of people who can't go out; they have to stay in, which it's for their own safety. But it's not, especially in days like this. Everyone wants to do their own thing, don't they? But
they do.
Well, hopefully, it'll not be for much longer.
Yeah. And the pubs are opening in 2 weeks.
I've already got it's already on countdown.
Yeah. And just to sort of wrap this up, ever got thoughts of going in for coaching? Is that something you fancy doing? Or pro level, amateur level?
I've spoken to Martin all about it. I've just said if I do something, I might try and do something next year with Rochdale. Because like I said, I've never done it. I've coached my lads team, but I don't enjoy that because no one listens to you. But
so you want a job where they have to listen?
Yeah. So it is possibly I might not go like proper, just dip my toe in and see how it goes and see if I want to go down that route. Yeah. Sort of thing.
I was just reading Rugby League Express today about Rochdale and the new management, etc., taking over again. I'm old enough to remember their athletic ground back in the day, that's trouble.
Yeah.
A little bit of affection for them, because they were in those days of the 60s. They were one of the first, they brought over Fijians were there. And
Fijians, yeah. It's like you say, when we get changed, there's like a big Hall of Fame stuff. And there's a lot of stuff about it, like when all the Fijians come over and stuff like that. It's really interesting,
Yeah. So, I do watch them closely from the historical point of view.
Yeah.
Over to you, Ian. We'll give it a.
Going to say we're going to have to wrap it up there, I'm afraid now, Sean.
Worries.
We try to shorten these little snippets down so we can get them across because we want to get them out on the club website. I don't know if you know the reason why the whole Heritage Lunch Club came into being was to hit people who are in risk of being isolated before this, in terms of loneliness and what have you. So we want to get things out, and it's great for you to give up your time, and we thank you very much. And
thank you for having me. Hopefully see you again.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks very much.
No worries. Thank you.
All the best.
Cheers,
thanks for that, Sean.
Yeah. No worries. Hopefully I'll come to a match when they're back on.
Yeah.
Yes, do. Yes.
Please. And I'll let Ian buy you a drink. Bye.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.